Good afternoon. So this is another series of What Do You Think? I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the career of Jill Kinmont. If I remember, I'll link in the description box below. Otherwise, leave a comment. Let me know, hey, you forgot something. You forgot to do something. So, Jill Kinmont, okay, let me backtrack. Last night, probably some of you have already seen the video of exactly what happened to Lindsey Vonn. I mean, it's horrible. But when you take a look at the commentary, they've made a lot of improvements to skiers' uniform. Because it's not just a uniform. They have safety features where if you fall down, the jacket would actually have something inside that would absorb the impact. So that even if the injury is really bad, you will eventually be able to walk away from it. And they also have like a device kind of similar to a black box, where it records every thing that happened, so you can piece together exactly what happened and what needs to be done to make the ski slope safer, if that's such a thing. Now with Jill Kinmont, when she fell while she was skiing down the hill, there was no safety features, no black box. So, I mean, there probably was video, or at least, eyewitnesses around. So they got all that data manually and pieced together exactly what happened to Jill Kinmont. But with her, there was no safety features. And unfortunately, when she landed, while she was skiing, she landed on her neck, and several bones in her spine were broken. And not just, she's spending the rest of her life in a wheelchair. She's literally paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of her life. And I could not even begin to imagine, what she went through, what her family went through. But eventually what she did, obviously in that situation, you have to pivot. What are you going to do? You can't just, freeload off your parents for the rest of your life. And obviously, there's no government support there. I mean, back then, today we have a lot more stuff going on. There's organizations, there's charities. Like, for example, Christopher Reeve started his own foundation after he fell off his horse and he's paralyzed from the neck down. But back then with Jill Kinmont, there was absolutely no support. If you could imagine, not only when you're skiing down the hill, there's nothing in your uniform to cushion your fall. And then when you wake up from the hospital, you can't feel anything. You're wondering what is going on, because last thing you remember, you're skiing down the mountain. Next moment, when you wake up, you're in this hospital. You can't move a single blood muscle in your body. What is going on? She ended up going back to school, and getting her teaching credential. And for the rest of her career, she became a teacher. There's a book that she wrote that chronicles exactly what her journey was. So I'll link in the description box below. So let me know what you think. Take care.